Hello and welcome to Nightcap, the bi-weekly web show where two friends unwind with the topics that make us hot. My name is Richard Pucci, and I have the amazing Joy. I'm a real content creator, Nickens. Hello, Miss Joy. How are you?
I'm doing well, and shout out to you. Happy birthday!
Oh, yes, I did have a birthday. I'm just turned 29. Thank you.
Yes! What a great year.
Exactly. The year that keeps on coming. Keeps on coming that year. So I was going to say the day was pretty nice. I'll fill you in a little bit. So Cupid took me to a tea place, and basically an old lady place. It consisted of eating finger sandwiches, an English scone with jam and clotted cream.
He knows you so well.
Which is basically like finely whipped butter, and there were desserts, and it was just very nice, and it was endless. It was like two endless teapots, and so I was like, we were sucking down the tea. In my head, I'm like, if we don't get a replacement teapot, we're losing money. So like
oh my god,
we got a refill of the pot, so that was good. All old ladies, and yeah, not too much hipsterish. All old lady vibes. So that was fun. Yeah, so that was birthday, yeah.
birthday in the quarantine. Birthday in the pandemic.
Oh yeah, and I was gonna say that I'm starting to slightly sort of thin out, or starting to just venture out just a little bit more.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah,
we're doing that too.
I was gonna say, did I sent you pictures of the fact that I went out to a certain park, right?
Yeah, I believe you did. I was like, okay, like at least you're going out. That's nice.
Yeah.
A certain park.
Yes, a certain park. Is my computer? Are there issues with the? Am I lagging?
A little bit.
I'm so annoyed at this whole process. I'm getting really PO'd a little bit.
Yeah, I remember that. I saw the pictures. I was like, oh yeah, you did go there. Okay, yeah.
yeah. Should I talk about that now or a little later?
Yeah, you can talk about it now. It's fine.
That's gonna be a chunk of my thing. All right, so I went to. How about you fill us in with what you got?
No, I just was like, yeah, no, because when you said a chunk of what you got, I was like, well, we could probably just go right into that.
Okay, yes. So this is going to be a large part of just me in general. I've been going to Six Flags. I got a Six Flags pass because it was $60 for all three parks. So the Safari, which doesn't even count, so I think that's bullshit. So for Safari, the regular park, and Hurricane Harbor, typically it's like over $100 for all three parks because it's like super expensive. So $60, I was like, yeah. So I bought it for me. I bought it for Cupid. I bought it for my dad for Father's Day because my dad loves rides. So me and Cupid went on a Sunday. We went on some rides. The guy that was like syncing everything, he didn't know if he did it right, so he's like, oh, please go to guest services to make sure that everything is fine. So we waited like 45 minutes in line in guest services, and everything was fine. And so Cupid was like, this isn't fair, we wasted like an hour here. So she gave us Flash Pass, like
Ooh.
these little tickets. But it was better than Flash Pass because they didn't say, oh, like, please come back. They were like, okay, here you go. You just skipped you skipped the line.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So we used that to go on the Wonder Woman pendulum ride. That, out of all of the rides that I've been on, that was probably the scariest ride. Which sounds so dumb because it's like not even a roller coaster. It's like a pendulum that goes back and forth. But it's like I think it's like 16 stories or something. It's tall as shit.
I mean, I saw the picture that you sent.
It's tall as shit. When we were standing in line, feeling the wind on our face from that thing like flying past us was like insane.
I've never even heard of it. Like,
it's just a regular like flying saucer like back and forth ride that goes. It doesn't go upside down, but it's like the closest that it could go without going entirely over. Oh yeah, no, it was nuts. Hey Rodney, how you doing, Rod?
True.
And then we went on the Joker ride. So basically, we went on like the 2 rides. Cupid's like, yeah, no, I like rides, and he like suggested that we go on like the 2 rides that like he disliked the most. So that was just really funny. But what I wanted to say is this on Monday, I went to Great Adventure. I went at 10 o'clock in the morning. I went like first thing in the morning. I went on Green Lantern twice. I went on Green Lantern twice. I went on Superman twice. I went on El Toro twice. I went on Medusa 4 times. I went on the new ride 3 times in a row. I went on Batman, and then I went on like Cyborg little ride, and then it was 1 o'clock, and I like left. I was like, boom. I was like, rides are starting to have like 40-minute waits. I'm done.
I don't I mean, I don't.
I went on like 15 rides in like 3 hours. I was just like, they'd be like, I'd pull up to the station and like nobody would be there, and I'd be like, okay. They'd be like, and I'd be like, can I go on again? And they were like, yeah. So I would just like go on again. Like I wouldn't even have to get off the ride. Yeah, it was nice.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. I'm just like, I doing the thing that I do. I was getting very I'm getting obsessed with roller coasters right now.
No, it's not to be sorry at all. I'm just going through my entire life of how I've always been at Six Flags and never did anything. But then also I've never heard of any of these rides.
Oh yeah, no. I love roller coasters, and I'm also really good to sit next to if you're not certain that you want to go on something, because I used to operate rides. So like I'll just like go through it like just logically with you, which is first and foremost, if you're afraid that something's going to go wrong, like if there was a possibility that something could go wrong, they wouldn't put you on that ride.
Yeah.
All right. There are safety features on the ride. I know with the rides, I used to work Nitro, and like if you wanted to get off of that ride while it was out of its station, you needed like this big ass like metal thing to like prong and to like open it up. And I'm like, so I would say like, okay, well, like if you don't have that on you, like you can't get out of it. Like once it's locked, it's locked. And also another thing that I would say is like, well, why don't you try to like put the restraint on and try to get out? Because if you can't get out once you put it on, then you couldn't fall out.
Well, that's why I'm happy when before you even get on the rides, they would have the seat sampler where there's like, you just try it first.
Yeah. Oh, that's for fat people.
But to me, it was also like, how does this feel when I get in there, so that I don't have to think about it and wait in line for an hour and then be like,
Well, and you know what? It's so funny. It's the scariest thing in the world is the fact that like you wait for like 45 minutes to like get up to like the station, and once you're at the station, all of a sudden you hear, all clear. Okay, get them in. All right, sit down. And then all of a sudden you're like, what? Psh, all clear. And then you just go. Like it's like a second. You spend like 40 minutes being like, this is boring, and then all of a sudden they're yelling at you to do something, and you're just like, oh, wait, I just got here, I'm scared. Like it's like, no, you don't even have time to get on the ride, just go. And also it's also like most rides it's like 60 seconds, like it's done after like a minute. Like woo.
Just you saying that actually made my chest feel anxiety. Like I just felt so nervous, and I'm like, that is what it's like.
Yeah, because you spend the entire time waiting, and then like once you start climbing those stairs, once you enter that platform, like it's just like flashing, people running back and forth, people touching things. All of a sudden you're like, I got to get in a line. Which line do I like?
I think the last time I went to Six Flags was in 2018?
Was it a school thing? No, I'm joking.
No, I know it was so random. Either 2018 or 2019, probably 18 though. And it was a family thing with Bibi and her family.
Oh.
And you know, it was hot, and then we were eating food.
Did you go on anything?
Yeah. Oh my God. Vivi's family likes to go on things, so I was the only one that like really didn't.
Yeah.
And of course, the kid, you know, the nephew, he was like shorter at the time, so like there's certain things he could do, certain things he was not doing. But the parents were like, "We're gonna go on everything, Joy, come on!" And I was like, "No!" And then they had me go on. I think it was is Green Lantern the one where you stand?
Yeah. Yep.
F that ride. So I went on that ride with the mother. And she's like, "Yeah, come on, let's die." And I was like, "Yeah." And then when I got on, I was like, "No." And I was just dizzy from that and the Superman ride and the other stuff. I was like,
"Oh, you went on Superman too?"
Well, I've been on Superman plenty of times before, but this last wind of me being at Six Flags was like, look, I can't handle Green Lantern. Nitro was still good.
Yeah.
But certain ones, I wasn't touching. El Toro ruined my vocal cords. I can't.
Really?
I'm not ever stepping foot over there.
I went on that twice. I went on that 2 times in a row, and I was in the last row.
Nope, never again.
Yeah, it's so funny too because I went on Superman. Speaking of like somebody saying like just go on it. I was on so that was my second ride that I went on, and as I was going up to the ride, there was a woman with her 2 kids. And she had like her basset, like she had her stroller. So she's telling her two daughters to just go on the ride. And the daughters just look scared. They're like, "Well, are you coming, Mom?" And then there's like a baby in a bassinet, and these girls are so short. And I was like, I said to the girls, I'm like, "Just come on." I'm like, it's fine. So all of a sudden the mom was like, "Go with the man, go." So all of a sudden now I have these 2 little girls with me and we're going up. So I'm not going to just be like, "Okay, bye kids, like go on one of the things." So I'm like, "Come on." I was like, "Where do you want to sit, in the back or in the front?" And they were like, "We want to sit up towards the front." So like we were like second to the front. And so then the girls, so it was to the point where they had to do the stick thing on them. Like that's how short they were. And like legitimately all you heard when they did it across the smallest one, all you heard was like that's it. Like you like she just hit it. And like in my head I was like, "Oh my God, like this girl is gonna fall off." And like I'm like, "Oh my God," because it was like legitimately, it was like that's what you heard. Like I was so she went on and she was like, "We're going up," and I'm saying to the girls, I'm like, because they hadn't been on it before. I'm like, "You excited?" They were like, "I'm kind of scared right now." And I was like, for like kids that like, because like that ride's scary going up. Like that ride is scary going up. I'm not gonna lie, and like. Legitimately, like this girl's like, "I'm kind of scared right now," but she's like going up, and then like we're going down, and I was like, as we were going up, I said to the one girl, I was like, "Put your hands up," and she was like, "Ah!" it was just so funny. So like, and then like they left, and then they went back to their mom, and I was like, "The girls did good," and then they rewrote it again before I did because they got to skip the line because they needed to go to their mom.
Oh my God! Okay.
and then they went on again without nobody.
Aww.
I know, it was just it was so funny. I don't know. I was so like, I was like, okay, this is what it's gonna be like when I adopt like two little girls.
Facts, because you was a whole like regular man, and then it was like, "Oh, now I'm a father." What is going on?
Yeah. I was just like, "Okay, come on, girls. Where do you want to sit?" It was it was the funniest thing, and I was like,
I mean,
and like legitimately, this is how tall.
Poor kids. I'm happy that they made it though.
Oh yeah, well, as I was up there, I was like, I wonder if this kid's gonna like. I was like, I don't know if she's gonna make it through, like,
because that was the nephew.
And then when they were so tall, and then they were so short that they had crawled in, like they couldn't just back up. They had to like climb in and turn around. Like, it was the weirdest thing.
You didn't help them into the seat? Like, you had to...
Heck no, I'm a man. They're two little girls.
You
I'm not
like,
doing,
right. Yeah.
I let them climb up there. I'm like, I'm not touching nobody's kid. I'm like, I'm gonna be nice and say it's not scary. If you're coming up, you're coming up. You're gonna be locked in. But like, I'm not.
Yeah, you're right. That was a good call.
And then her hand, and then when they put it in, the one girl didn't even. I'm like, no, you got to put your hands up.
She was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Yeah, it's just the funniest thing.
Oh, the children's.
Okay. That's way too much time on Great Adventure, but I love Six Flags Great Adventure. Rick Brown says he's heard of them, can't ride them anymore. That is so unfortunate. I love a ride. I think I just love being thrown around. Honestly, after 2020, like, you kind of just need to be like have somebody tie you up to a ribbon and just like spin you around like that. Because it's like it's just nice to. While I don't like being around that many people, I really enjoy just going on rides and just feeling out of control and being like, if this plastic thing doesn't want to hold me in, oh well. Like, you have to just, like, do you know what like, there's a certain point where, like, when you're on a ride where, like, I think that's where holding your hands up comes into play, where it's like, if I was holding on and if this broke free, I would die anyway, so, like, fuck it.
That's not in my genes, sir. I don't know what the fuck that's.
I feel like if you went on rides with, I feel like if you went with me, after a certain point, you would hit that part. Because it's like, because legitimately, I was like, because that's what I say to people. I'm like, if that thing was gonna like break open, whether if you were holding onto it or not, like, you'd be gone. Like,
no, that part doesn't bother me. It's the motion sickness part that annoys me. Like, it's not that I don't like once I've been on the ride a few times, like, usually I'm like, okay, I know how that feels, but I don't really need to go off it again, because like I said, when I went with them, I was good with a break in between the rides. Like, if I went on Nitro and then I went on something else, I'd be like, can I get like a good buffer? But if you're gonna have me going on rides back to back to back, and even with the weight, I was still kind of dizzy.
Aww.
And by the time I went home, I was like, nah, I don't want to do any of that.
Aww.
I don't think my body can handle that.
You're done.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'll go on a couple, but not to be like, I need to go on everything and do stuff, and I just,
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I wish you could have the experience. I'd
go with you. I'd have no problem going with you. It's just, I wouldn't do all of them.
Yeah.
In Busch Gardens, shout out to Rick Brown. I loved Busch Gardens. That was great. But yeah.
Rodney hasn't been on a roller coaster in years.
Yeah, Busch Gardens is cool. Six Flags is great. Like, Hershey Park was great. Like, I'm just naming ones I've been to, but no, I think with my motion sickness, it's just my equilibrium being all crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because that's the whole other thing too. Is that anything that
it's hard.
I went on the new ride. It's called the Jersey Devil. It's very smooth. It's a single rail ride, so there's just one rail.
How was it?
It was so smooth. It was it was like butter. It's because of the fact that there's like not like two people in a row. It's legitimately just one person. So it's like a snake, because it's just the one person on one rail.
And is it like you have to put it over your head? Are you sitting down? Is it like
it's got a vest, but like you're sitting down.
Okay.
It's legitimately the smoothest thing. Like, what in line, people were going on the ride, and like it was the funniest thing because people weren't really screaming on it. Like, it's a really good ride. It was just like, and people had their hands up, like. It's a really good ride. I just can't describe it. Also, when they get you in, it's the station, it moves. So, like, you're not getting on have you been on, the Dark Knight ride? You know how, like, they have you sit on the cart while it's moving? So they're like, okay, you take a seat in that cart, and then you like literally get in as the cart's moving. That's what they do on this ride, so it's always in motion.
Okay, I think I've been on a ride where it was like that. Maybe
Like the log flume.
yeah, I was gonna say probably the log
Yeah.
flume one. Yeah.
So it was just like that. So like you just like they're like, okay, yeah, get in this number cart, and so you get on the cart. But because there were two that I guess weren't working well, the harnesses. So they asked me if I wanted to go in the last row, and I was like, yeah. So because of that, because people didn't want to be broken up from their parties, I was able to go on the new ride 3 times in a row without getting up.
Wow.
Because I was a single rider, and because if you yell out like, oh, any single riders, like nobody, like for the most part, nobody's really all by themselves at a park. Yeah, you know. Which on a Monday, I'm like, no, I want to go on roller coasters. Like that's what I want to do. Like,
It's just me.
yeah, and if nobody's available to go with me, like, yeah, no, I'm going all by myself. Like I care less. I'm gonna have a good ass time.
Yeah, no, I completely feel that. I feel you on that. I wouldn't go to Six Flags by myself because
Well,
now, unless it was just to do the games, like to do like the water gun and stuff. Hell yeah, but nah, I would just go to the movies or video game stuff by myself.
Oh, that's so. And they now have like a ride that's like superhero. Like you have to like aim your gun and hit things.
Like Men in Black.
I guess so. Yeah. Where it's like a screen.
Universal.
Yeah, there's a screen, but then it's like part like animatronics and then part screens.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of like Men in Black or Spider-Man, I think, in Universal. And I enjoyed Universal too, but Universal also like killed me in 2015 when I went because my cousin's anniversary. What in the hell? My cousin's graduation. I took him to Universal Studios. And it was like, we only had a couple hours. Let's just go on everything. And it was, oh, man. I was like, how am I driving home? I am so dizzy.
Oh, I wish you didn't get dizzy. Rick Brown says that Haunted Mansion doesn't stop, so they also load in motion. And there's something so cool about that. And also, like, as an attendant, that makes so much sense because that way your attendants don't need to, like run and like check people. They can literally like stand in the same spot and check them, and the people just keep on going. Like as far as like ergonomics for like workers, that makes sense. But that is the end of my. And Rick says Toy Story Mania is an arcade ride. I was gonna say I rode the arcade ride like 5 times because I could go in single passenger, so like I could skip the line because they need it because I just filled the spots. So I would just sit with like a random ass family.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
I'm like, I could care less. I'm like, shoot, boom.
It's just me.
Yeah, just me.
Did you all wear masks and stuff? Like,
you know what? I did not because of the. It's the only place that I haven't worn a mask. Like, I still wear a mask at the food stores and all of the stuff. I literally, if it wasn't about me getting a funny tan line, I totally would wear a mask.
But I just meant like in terms of like this the rules or regulations of Six Flags. Like, did you have? Was there any like? Really? Okay, I see. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I was gonna say I think it all has to do with. I was talking to Opal about it at the funeral home, and they
wait, back up. Why is she at a funeral home? What?
She's a funeral director.
I forgot that. I'm like,
okay, yeah.
What?
Yes. Okay. So like she was like looking into like the actual rules. And so as of right now, like each facility can do whatever they want, but according to like mandating the rules, basically it's like there are like it's like, well, you should be doing what's ever safest for you. Which that is like if you're vaccinated, you don't have to but it's legitimately like whatever you want to do that's safest for you, that's what's required.
Okay.
And that's what the CDC said, but as far as like going to like Quick Check or going to food stores, I still wear a mask at work. I'm like super masked up. But I just want to show you.
Yeah, that tan line, bro. Oh, that is real. but you getting color, you getting some
I know,
color.
I know.
Okay?
It's so funny because when I see that, I'm like, wow. I'm like a hell of a lot pastier than I think I am. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully this weekend because I shaved last week, but I'm going to shave again so that I could totally be almost as naked as possible because it's going to be
yeah.
so hot.
Oh my goodness gracious. So, have you been beating the heat inside, doing anything fun?
Um, yes, I have not. Yeah, you're actually really right. I have not gone anywhere. Really. Um, I've been inside, and I'm trying to think of like the last. What have I been doing in the last like even last weekend?
Month.
Like,
Month.
well, basically this whole month. Um, no. So lies then. If we're talking about the whole month, I have
hmm
been back and forth to physical therapy. But I stopped that last week. I was
hmm
like, you did. Because y'all taking too much money from me and I can't afford that.
Yeah.
I was actually at um Jersey Shore because my mom, her last day of radiation
Yeah.
was that past Tuesday. Did I believe it was a Tuesday? I'm just gonna go back real quick, but everything happened so fast. I'm just like, oh my god, things are just moving. They're moving. Yeah, Tuesday. So last Tuesday was my mom's last day of radiation. I think that was the last time I was out. No, it was
Yeah.
Wednesday. So last Wednesday was the last time I physically like went outside to do something
hmm
because I went to work.
Woo!
Oh yeah, I'm at work. Yeah, I do work. I went to work again. So I'm like, dang, it's been a while. My job called me in the last week of May to be like, hey, can you come into work? And I was like, yes. So I'm like scheduled like once or twice a week,
hmm
but this week I'm not scheduled at all until Saturday. So I'm just like, yes. Um, so yeah, other than that, like just celebrating being at home. I'm
Yeah.
working so hard on this podcast. Like that's really, if I'm not streaming on Twitch, I'm like editing my podcast. So yeah, and thank you, Rodney. Yeah, my mom and checking up on my mom. I'm trying to get my mom on CBD. Like I've given her the oil, and I'm trying to give her the like the heel cream, like the
hmm
CBD infused cream for her legs,
Yeah.
and just wishing her well vibes. And I made a video about what happened when she like rang the bell and stuff. So yeah, yeah. Other than that, though, it's just been like us chilling. Um, I would say also that I'm playing and about to finish Dot Hack Infection on
Okay.
Twitch. So, oh, and I read Carol and Tuesday, the manga, and I
Okay.
have this other manga that I'm trying to read because, Pride Month is ending.
Hmm.
Shoot, and I dropped my bag of dicks.
I,
Dropped my bag of dicks.
I was gonna say, does Pride Month count if nobody is out there to parade?
I mean, I guess, contrary to belief, people was all in the streets in New York. I didn't even know the Pride Parade was happening. No idea until one of my friends, Grimmy, he was like, New York doesn't give a fuck what's going on with the mandate with the city. We're gonna just go out in pride. And I was like, oh, I can't. I'm not.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But this was the book that I wanna read.
Ooh, girlfriend.
Yeah, I was just like, I have to. It's a thing. Ooh, I should not. Okay, okay. I opened the book and I saw some titties. So you know what? We're just gonna.
You're gonna be like, and it has great art. Look at them titties.
Yeah. So glad I didn't reveal that on stream. But yeah, it is straight up like it was like Onesa. I was like, oh no, we're not gonna show that. Dear God. One other thing now that I'm looking at it. So Troy, my friend Troy, shout out to him, love him, amazing. He came over because, shout out to Bibi. We have this thing on Instagram called, well, We called it on Instagram Weekend Cafe Tings. But on my Instagram stories, every time Bibi would make food, I would be on the weekends, because we were together on the weekends, I would post on it and be like, the Weekend Cafe is open and this is what Bibi made. So Troy was like, oh my God, I have to go over to your house. So Troy was the first guest over at our house that we've had in months. And when he came over, he ate ravishly. Amazing. And we also didn't get sleep because we were doing something else that weekend. It was really busy. And then he came over. Then he bought these wonderful wireless headphones for me so I can stream wirelessly. So the headphones I'm wearing now were the ones I bought in like 2019.
Yeah.
And I was using them entirely up until now. So I'm just like, again, shout out to Troy. So we are what is it? I'm trying to think of the word. We're migrating into
transitioning.
There you go. I'm like, not transit. Yeah. We're transitioning into doing things in public again, like going places and, hanging out with people. And, since she's vaccinated, I'm vaccinated.
Yep.
We're being a little bit more like, okay, we could probably do something, go somewhere. But yeah, that's basically it.
I was going to say, and I think that this is like sort of like the craziest time. And the reason why is because it's like, well, how much can we, or how, what, who, what, where, when, you know what I mean? It's just, it's weird because you don't know how much is too much and how little is too little. I don't know. It's just, this is probably going to be like the most interesting time. Well, and I say that for like us, because we're like, yeah, this is very interesting. And other people are like, it's fine. What are you talking about? Everything's good. What are you? And it's so funny because like when I go to the food store and I still wear my mask, literally, when I say the only place that I didn't wear a mask to was Great Adventure, and that's because of the stupid tan lines. That's legitimately the only reason why, because I wear my mask everywhere else. But it's funny though because like at the food store, like it's like me and like one other person that's like wearing a mask. Nobody else has a mask on.
And that really does shock me at this point, because being where I am in right now, everyone around here is still wearing a mask.
Oh, so No.
Here is wearing a mask.
Yeah, still. No. It's like 75-25.
I was saying this story to my mom where I went out to go to the bank and I was going to take the train. No, I was doing something. I was just doing errands and I went outside, and in my haste to go outside, I didn't put a mask on. So I walked out of the house, went to my car, walked 3 or so. I walked to the bank. I'll say that. We walked to the bank, and I went. Yeah, because I did. And then I went to put in my PIN number. Like I put my card in. When I went to put my card in, I looked up at the camera, and I saw my face. I was like, "Oh, I look good today." And I was like, "Oh!" And then I was so scared. I was like, "Ah!" Yeah. And I'm like, "I can't believe I just did that." So then I like power walked all the way back home with my face like this.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't believe the audacity that I was literally living in fear for a whole year with my MS and COVID, which a bitch already had. And I was like, I can't believe my dumb ass just went out. So then I did that. And I was so scared. I told my mom. My mom was like, same thing. She went to Aldi's. And she was like, by the time I realized I did not have a mask on was when I went to check out. And the only reason why I didn't even think it was weird because no one else had a mask on either.
I was going to say, I'm so happy that your mom mentioned that. Because I, like, legitimately, it's like 25% of the people have a mask on and 75% of the people don't. And the way I think about it, the people that are still wearing masks, they're not the ones that, like, didn't get vaccinated. They're probably the ones that got vaccinated, but they're like, these people are crazy.
Yes.
So I was going to say, Rick Brown, I don't blame you for wearing yours everywhere. I don't blame anybody for wearing them.
Yeah, no,
Honestly, but then again, I think all of us we run on the more cautious side of things.
yeah, yeah. Because it's just because we got vaccinated doesn't mean you can't get it
No,
again. Like,
no, no,
and
no,
plus
no.
there's different like variants now.
Yeah,
I ain't got time for that. So it literally is. I mean, I did have another story. When I did go to work, there was one. I went to work on a Saturday, and this family came in legit from Florida to the city, went to their hotel, and then came to the studio. And it was like a wife, husband, and their 3 kids, and they were just touching and breathing on everything. And I had my 2 masks on, like trying to do my engineering job, and they were like, "Oh no, you can take your mask off. It's cool." I'm like, "Bitch, you just came from Florona. I am not taking my mask off." Furthermore,
yeah,
I had to starve for 5 hours because they were just everywhere in the
yeah,
vicinity.
yeah,
I was like, "Girl." And the kids, and they were cute. Like, they were great. They were really good
yeah,
people. But the dude that was like being in the whatever the show was, this dude sucks. This dude was literally like, "Yeah, man, in Miami, there's nothing wrong in Miami. Like, we're fine. And if you take the vaccine," wait, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Oh, there you go. I was like, I couldn't hear you. He was like, if you take the vaccine, it causes infertility with women. I'm like, I already took the vaccine, bro. Second of all, I don't want kids, and third of all, why does that matter to you? Like,
yeah.
it was just so weird how that was his rationality or something with the vaccine. And then he was like, "Yeah, you guys, it just seemed like crazy over here." I'm like, people died, sir.
Yeah, lots
Lots of
of people.
people died. Like, businesses aside, people lost their lives. I mean, there was literally trucks of dead bodies outside of funeral homes.
Yeah.
People were still dumping bodies on like Rikers Island or some foolishness, like dumping bodies that couldn't be identified. And you're gonna sit here from Miami, come up to New York and be like, you guys were being dramatic. Go home and don't come back. Like, it was just so rude. Like, dude.
Which is so funny because Florida, in comparison.
And they were saying, with Florida, they were like, well, the wife and the husband and the kids, like, the wife was like, "Yeah, all the kids got it. We all got it."
They were lucky. They were. I was gonna say, and that's the thing, that there's no like rhyme or reason. There's a percentage of dumb luck as to, how come this like 10-year-old, 12-year-old child like died from it.
True. But that's why they were saying like, "Oh, we all got it and we were okay," but because Florida is so spaced out, like between buildings and, homes and stuff, like, of course people were kind of like spread out. But I'm like, in New York, in New Jersey, in Connecticut, or wherever the hell, like, people are around each other all the time. Like, New York got hit for a reason. Like, big hit for a reason. You're just gonna be like, "Oh, New York was being too da da da." Like, it took us what now to like actually reopen, and I still don't trust that.
Yeah. It's funny. Rick Brown says that's how our governor looks at it. So it
Mm-hmm.
goes.
You like froze, and then you just went fast.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that it all like sort of trickles down.
Yeah, it's just a mess. Like, I also just feel with people or America, capitalism, like, everyone's just trying to push everybody back into the office. Like, all right, we lost that year off, cost us millions of dollars, and now we really need to get everybody back in line so that we can recoup all the money we lost. But I'm like, no one. It's honestly. Oh, see, look, it's frozen again. Oh, there you go. And then it just honestly just goes back to,
I know.
care.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're right next to the router, so I don't understand.
Which one are you? What are your signal is on router? Like, literally signal on the thing.
Yeah, and I have 3 bars, so like like my Wi-Fi symbol, like, yeah, it's like highest possible.
I'm
Sometimes I
like, is
wonder
it
if
me?
it's StreamYard
Like,
being
have I
like,
been okay?
you should pay for the super one. No, no, no. I think
Yeah,
it's
cause I'm about to look. I'm like, I know I have the speed test thing, right? I can. No, we've moved a few things. Okay. Like, I'm trying to see, is it me? How do you check if it's you? Is it the speed? Take a speed test. How do you?
you know what I always just think it's me.
So I'm trying to think about the connection. Like, change test server. Where is the? How do you? How do you test it?
I think it's
Is it?
smile.
You literally just went miles, 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 and then it stopped. He keeps moving like max headroom. I don't know.
Oh no.
I'm doing a speed test right now. My upload is 93.5 speed. As we're doing,
Yeah, that's because you're fantastic.
well, this is from my phone though. I'm trying to see what it's doing for the actual internet. Like, how do I test that? I don't know how it's doing it. I don't even know. It's a waste of time. Anyway, overall, I just feel like people are just trying to push people back into work, and they don't care, and they don't care less now. Before they couldn't care.
Yeah.
Now they really don't care what your situation is. It's like you either work, because I had a situation happen to me, and I'm just like, y'all really don't care. Like, it really is like, we just need to recoup everything. We don't care about your personal life, which was always true from the beginning, I guess, but
Yeah, no,
we
yeah.
really don't care. We need you, and we need you to be the slave, work, and get out. Like, we don't.
Yeah.
It's sad. Like, I really didn't need to come back for this. Like, nah, I didn't need to come back into the workplace for this. Like, it's just it's too much. So yeah, and even having conversations with my girlfriends, like, we're literally just being like, this is terrible. Like, we were already like upset with the workforce in general, but now it's just 10 times worse. Like, really bad. So I don't know. I thought America would have at least collapsed by now and started over, but nah. Or at least with like part, you know how they would have the signs, part-timer, like, people would be like, we're closed because there's no one that wants to come in. I'm like, could that be more of a thing? Because literally, we all just need to collectively stop, because this ain't gonna work any further. So, how you feeling? Side note, what does your whole shirt say? Like, what does it say?
It's legitimately just Butts and Tina's face. That's it.
I have to watch. We have to watch Bob's Burgers.
That's it. That's it. That is my life. Butts.
Yo, speaking of that,
I was gonna say, 12 year
oh,
olds, children everywhere, look at my shirt and say, I like your shirt. And I say, thank you.
we're supposed to be getting a loot crate. I haven't seen that shit in a minute either. Where's the loot crate at? Unless we did and I forgot, but I paid for like 3 more months of loot crate, and I don't remember where that at. Like, where that at though?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Look at them. They're stealing your money.
Man, oh my god. That's been, I guess, the last few months have just been me doing health stuff
Yeah.
and physical therapy and MRIs and taking vitamins and drinking water, editing this podcast. Like, it's just been moving, like, constantly on the move
Yeah.
and trying to get things going. And posting and Instagram and Twitch. So yeah, I feel like, you know, it's about to be July. Very soon. It's about to be July, so it's just like we're already halfway done with 2021.
Yeah. Yep. It's yeah, I was gonna say, Rodney, I'm definitely lagging, and I don't the StreamYard, I think it's the StreamYard people. I love them so much, but I think they are
Tired of us like not paying them, or
not I was gonna say, what's it called? Toggling? When they tear you down. What's it called? Oh, I forgot. There's a name for it.
like
Throttled.
downgrading?
Yeah, I think they're throttling us.
Which is weird because I'm like, wait, do I lag? Like, I don't understand.
No, I think part of it has to do with the fact that like it's my like thingy thing.
Your thingy thing?
Or no, I have no idea. Yeah.
Because I'm like, there's got to be another.
Oh no.
Like, see, and then we go back to square one, where it's like,
way.
we gotta another way.
You know what I think it is? We gotta figure this out. I think part of it has to do with the fact too that I probably need to get a new computer. Rodney says, "No, you're fine, Joy." Ricky, you suck.
Have you done the?
Ricky, you suck.
Have you done the? I just sent this to my friend earlier because she was talking about her computer and how
the thing that you had us the game thing. Because I did that for you.
The game thing.
Yeah, what's my...
No, the solid state drive.
Oh, solid state?
Oh, this... Okay, stop it.
Snake!
I know, I just... it looks like a hot mess. Because I have the daggone thingy on. But yeah,
I have it.
The Samsung solid state drive.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever get that? Like, did you ever?
I upgraded. I no longer have a hard drive. I did. Yeah.
No. I mean, like, did you reset your computer back to factory standards before? Oh, how do I say? Because Troy walked me through this, where you have to make sure that everything's backed up.
Yeah.
And then you have to shut your computer down and then take out your solid state drive, and then replace it with a new one, and then have your computer reboot up to that new, faster solid state drive to make your computer go. Because we have our computers like 2012.
Yeah. I did that. Yeah, no, I did that originally. Because I swapped it from a hard disk drive to solid state myself. So I followed all the directions as to doing all that sort of stuff.
It's still slow?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think part of it has to do with like the Chrome. I also use Clean Up My Mac, which works very well. I also think just after a certain amount of time on StreamYard, I think it just because now I'm like messing with things, so I'm super gonna be lagging.
Oh man. Oh no. Do you
Yeah.
plan on buying a new computer soon?
See, I'm trying to touch stuff. No, that is nowhere on the cards right now. So, which is fine. Just because
I have no tech either.
New MacBook, that's rent. So.
But then I literally just sat here and I'm staring at my streaming PC. Yeah. I'm literally staring at my PC like, oh, I'm not buying a computer right now, and I literally just did. But no, you're right. Like, you don't have to do that. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's too
I was gonna
expensive.
say
Yeah.
a majority of the time the computer works and does the stuff that I need.
Mm.
So that's part of the reason why. It's because it's just like it's okay.
Oh snap! And then and then we just stopped for like a hot second. I wonder if it's because he put his phone. Now, the first thing I'm going to think of, he put his phone on the left side of the screen. But oh Lord, Ricky, where'd you go? You gone? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué sales? ¿Por qué sales el stream? I don't know how to say that in Spanish. Why do you leave? Why? I want to say, why did you leave the stream? Also, Rodney, yes, we will totally message you because I did read what you said earlier, and don't apologize for like literally not being around. Like it's fine. Like don't worry about it. I definitely do want to message you to give you encouragement, make sure that you're okay. I can't believe he's gone though. Like he's just gone. Um, I'm trying to think of what else. Like it's just really interesting how the days have gone by. At first, it seemed slow. Like I thought that Monday was fine, Tuesday's good, and now it's Tuesday and it's gonna be Friday soon. Like it's crazy. Wait, what? He like got in and dipped out again? Oh snap! I am confusion. Also one thing that I did was like I really cut down on my YouTube videos. Oh, he's really trying to connect. Oh my goodness. I hope you can connect, Ricky. Please connect. Please connect back to us. I have went through my YouTube watch later lists and I got them down to like 50 something because I just had all these videos I'm not watching, but some of them I really just need to watch so I can just get them off my list. But yeah, that's like another thing I did. I know this is such a first. Like I really did not expect this at all. But look, you gotta expect the unexpected. But just like, huh? Why can't he get on? I wonder what's going on with his computer. But then this is also like Mac. Like literally, Mac is so annoying. Like computers, especially Apple. Apple is literally just like, oh my god. Even though yes, I have the watch, I have the phone, like I got the stuff here, but Apple is so frustrating. It's so frustrating.
I can finally see Joy again.
There we go. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Frozen? Not frozen? Sort of frozen? Yo, are you making a beat right now?
This is a Chrome issue. I swear this is a freaking Chrome issue.
Is it? Oh my god. That's what it was sounding the whole time. Just
like.
Did anyone else hear it? Because I swear it was really
Stop! Oh look, I have a face again. There we go. Can you hear anything?
I can hear you. It's just you're definitely
okay.
There you go. It moves a little.
All right,
bit.
there we go. This is.
Ronnie said try Firefox.
Can you hear or no?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm. Okay, cool. All right, this is gonna work. Stop. It's gonna work for now.
Okay, Rodney heard it too.
Wasn't
it weird, Rodney?
Okay.
Like Rodney, it was so weird.
All right. So I unplugged this guy. No, I don't. I don't. Look. Now everything's fine.
What's that? Oh, that was your webcam.
Yeah, so I have it just on my. You're just on my computer right now.
Okay.
I was gonna say it. I feel like it's just different. Whatever. I also like the ability to like move stuff around if I need it to.
Yeah, because I'm on my Mac camera too. I don't know if I ever pressed anything to make it look more HD. I mean, this says FaceTime HD camera.
Yeah.
I just think
I
it
don't know.
looks better because of the lighting.
So also, I would like to let it be known that within like a minute of like me accidentally Xing out of the window, within like a minute of that, less than a minute, I like was back on this page and it just would not load any like it would I was on the page but it just wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, we saw it like dip in and dip out, dip in and dip out. We were like, "What is going on?" Oh yeah, yeah, Ronnie. It's like 30 frames per second versus 60 frames per second because I'm moving and I'm all like, "Woo!" But I do have that Verizon FiOS like internet.
Yeah, we have I freaking hate Verizon.
You have FiOS too?
Yeah, we have Verizon and it's the worst experience I've ever had. I had Optimum like forever and a day and I loved it.
Optimum, we also had forever and a day, and then they like started hiking up the prices, and we were like,
Yeah.
"Why are you hiking up the prices?" And we switched.
That's the reason why everybody switches and then you go to Verizon and it's like this is butt. This sucks.
But then it's so messed up because when I called them to tell them that we don't need them anymore, we're gonna kick them off, and they're like, "All right, well, we could just lower the price for you." I'm like, "No, bitch! Like, it's too late. I already switched and everything. Like, it was a whole deal. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, why didn't you just call us?" I'm just gonna call you. I know for next time.
Yeah. Like threaten them and be like, we're switched over.
Yeah, I'm like, this will be in my life school that I'm developing with my friends. Like, we're gonna teach kids how to be like, all right, if your cable is getting, that sounds old as fuck too. If your cable and your internet's getting too high, just threaten them, call them, tell them you're gonna switch, and then they
Joy,
will lower it for you.
can I tell you a secret?
Yes,
That's not that's not a well kept secret.
it's not, but yeah, I didn't do it. Wait, can I tell you a secret I learned
What?
that I did not know? Just because you go to the doctor's office, you do not have to pay on the spot. Oh, he's frozen. There you go. Did you hear me?
So you don't have to pay?
Like, if you go in, this is what I learned. This is why I stopped going to physical therapy, actually. When I would go to physical therapy, they would be like, you got to pay. And they, like, you don't have to pay. Like, even if you go in, the first thing they're like, do you have insurance? Like, of course, I have my insurance card. I'm going to give it to you. But the person that I spoke to, which I can't reveal where they were or where they work at, but they were like, no, you don't have to pay on the spot. Like, you literally just tell them to bill you. But then you have to pay that bill. Like, you can't just be like, oh, I'm not going to pay. If you're like, oh, insurance, blah, 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 because they're going to ask for money, because they don't want to deal with collections. So that's why they always are like, insurance. But the person was like, no, you don't. Actually, just because they're saying that you have to pay does not mean that they can't, under the law, like under the American law,
they need to still be able to treat you.
Yeah, they can't deny you service. And I was like, yo, are you out of your mind, bro? I had no idea that was a thing. I did not know that. He's like, yeah, they said, yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, I was going to say, in fact, negotiate directly with them, as opposed to having the insurance company negotiating with them. Like, I saw like a TikTok on that. Somebody was talking about the fact that if you don't have insurance, you can like negotiate directly with the office, as opposed to like in which case you wouldn't be able to negotiate with the office if you have insurance, because the insurance companies already did that.
Yeah, this thing is nuts. Like, the amount of money that I'm owing, which I'm not tripping off of, because like I don't got the money for it, so I don't know why you think I'm going to pay this. But I have to call billing, and I just haven't called them. But I'm just like, I don't have money right now. Like, please leave me alone. But yeah, I have to call them and just be like, look, this is insane. Like, I don't know how y'all came up with these numbers, but like, I need the reasonable and something they said. Like, I need you to lower that to the what is it called? The reasonable and customary price.
Yeah.
Because that junk is ridiculous what y'all trying to charge me on. And I saw that with my insurance as well, which was it's in my other device. I was taking all these screenshots from my friends. Huh? I was like, I know I heard somebody talk. I heard somebody, baby, my baby sweet, scaring me. I saw it right at the end too, and I was like, oh, they actually had the words for this. I was shocked. They said, where is it? Yeah, this. The usual, customary, and reasonable. It said, for insurance, the amount paid for a medical service in a geographic area based on what providers in the area usually charge for the same or similar medical service. The UCR amount sometimes is used to determine the allowed amount. So I'm like, I need to call these people and be like, give me the customary, reasonable charge for this, because that they're out here at the wazoo talking about some $1,400 and $3,000, and I'm just like, bruh, yo, I was about to say the hospital name, but nope.
Yeah.
Nope. So yeah, that's what we've been dealing with over here. So this adult type stuff is straight up, it's crazy when you get down to it. It's crazy.
So also one way, like if you had a visit to the hospital, a way to get the prices sort of
Frozen.
Drop itemized, and that way, like every like $300 aspirin that they gave you, or like $200 Band-Aid that they put in, they'll remove, because that's absolutely ridiculous when you see the fact that like a Band-Aid cost $200. So they'll remove like dumb charges that they use to inflate the bill. Yeah.
I did get an itemized bill for the stuff. It still had what they paid, like what they charged, and I was like, oh, this is just gross. Like, y'all are just wrong for this. But I should have never gone to the hospital for these things. Like, I know better now to not go to the hospital for this stuff. But yeah, yo, Rick, same thing. Like, well, not same thing, but
I was gonna say, I'm like,
not same thing. I'm sorry, but literally going to the hospital that's insane. For the shot, that doesn't make sense. So I'll share this. It's called fairhealthconsumer.org. I'm gonna type. I don't know if I can type it in the thing, but fairhealthconsumer.org. And I downloaded TikToks about this lady who was like really trying to help people out, and what you should do like with that website. Like, look up. She said, go on that website, fairhealthconsumer.org. Look up. I think you have to put in your you have to put whether you have insurance or not. But she put like, say you're uninsured, just overall, just say what it is. And then look up what your procedure was and put in the zip code of your doctor. Don't put in the zip code of you. Like, put in where your services are done. Put in that zip code. And then it'll tell you your in-network, out-of-network, and like uninsured cost of what your procedure should have been. So like my iron infusion, I put in iron infusion and it had like the CPT code or whatever medical code it is. I put that in there. The bill set, like the website, it was supposed to be $3, $5 at max. They charged me $1,400.
Yeah.
I was like, no. No, like that's insane, bro. Like,
Yeah.
how are you doing this? And how is this normal? But then my health insurance paid for it, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
how do
Yeah,
you?
that's yeah, no.
How? How does this work? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. So yeah, I'm like, it's beyond me how these people have gotten away with so much foolishness, and the hospitals are literally just allowed to do this.
Yeah.
So yeah, and yes, I'm so glad. I'm so glad Rick did it saved your life. Like completely glad that you're still here and alive and available to like type and talk and do all the things that you can do. But it's literally like how, like, but then the thing they'll give you the shot for the $49,000, and then do they try to put you on a payment plan for life? Like, how are you gonna pay that shit off? Like, that's nuts. How do they expect? How do they? They just have, and that's just how they get money, like circulating in the hospital continuously after all the procedures and all the foolishness. It's like, nah.
I was gonna say it's also a very American problem. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's it's a very American problem.
Oh yeah. It's not regular. It's look. Hospitals have no type of thing. It's crazy.
It's big business. At the end of the day, it's a business. Business. It's a business.
It is. It definitely is. So I'm gonna. I feel like I'm gonna call them tomorrow. I've been like not doing it forever, but like I gotta call these people. I really gotta call these people. But yeah, that was just overall the real life stuff that I was dealing with.
I was gonna say they've also screwed themselves over because of the fact that they're like doing these crazy sort of things. Now you're like, no, I'm not using you guys. You guys suck.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that right now because you guys are terrible and taking advantage of me.
Oh yeah,
and
I'm like,
yeah.
these
And like,
people
thank
are
goodness
insane.
you have insurance because I don't know, not having insurance sucks.
Yeah, not having it sucks. Having it sucks. Like I don't know what. And it sucks also that they don't teach you these things. Like you really have to fall into this and get burned for you to be really aware of how insurance works in America. And it's just bad. It's bad all over. It's terrible. I'm just like, look, I ain't got money like that. I'm poor. And even if I had money like that, it's not for you. It's not for health insurance. Like, get out of here. I overpaid them too. These people were like, oh, you don't have to pay us anymore because we overpaid. Why? All I did was pay on time and I overpaid y'all?
Yeah.
How is this working? Like, I don't. So like, no, you don't have to pay us for then the rest of the 6 months. And then every year this shit renews. What? It's just a whole problem. I can't not have insurance because of my autoimmune disease, but like literally I would be like, why am I paying them? Why am I paying y'all monthly to not go to the hospital at this point?
Well, I mean,
like it's.
Well, I mean, for you, like you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
For me, paying insurance is this thing for me, but I still do it just in case I were to like, God forbid, something crazy were to happen. I'd be like some crazy amount that I'd have to pay out of pocket forever. So like I'm just like putting that in for myself, even though like I'm like I haven't been to like the doctors for anything other than a checkup like in my entire adult life.
Oh,
Like,
lucky. Please continue.
thank God. Yeah, no, thank God. But I still do it
Please.
because in case if something does happen, like I don't want to be like screwed over and like be like one of those people that's like, oh yeah, no, I needed to like bankruptcy because I had so many medical bills. Like that way, you know, like so that's the reason why I like do the insurance thing because something could happen.
Oh
Like,
yeah, no,
it's yeah.
At
So
the
I mean,
end
like,
of the day,
I'm like, so if you use it or if you don't use it, like, no matter what, like, it's just crazy.
no, it is for preparation because, like you said, God forbid something happens to you and you're like, oh, I don't have insurance. Like that's already a problem because people will not see you. There are people who literally be like, nah. but I'm happy that I have it because I was able to go to doctors and actually be like, I have insurance, So it helped, and it made me, it eased stuff. Like,
I was gonna say, because there was a time when you didn't, stuff was crazy.
Oh yeah, it was a whole. I had trauma from I hadn't seen doctors since 2016, and I just saw them like 2 months ago for the first time ever. So I'm just like, no, I'm glad I have insurance to like actually keep up, and thank God I'm okay. I'm like negative on everything. Like I don't have anything going on with me physically, but I was just like, it took 5 years for me to be like, oh, let's go to the doctor. For real, and I'm okay, thank God. But yeah, it's just the dollar signs. That was the only thing that was like bothering me.
It's crazy because then you hear it from all sides, right? You hear the fact that people are like, oh, well, they're greedy, and then you hear just the people in general, like the doctor's offices, right? So you hear the doctor saying like, well, we need to have we need to pay tons of insurance because of the fact that like if I accidentally do something wrong, I'm gonna get sued, and I'm not gonna get sued for a reasonable amount. I'm gonna get sued for millions because of like a dumbass thing, which is crazy because even in like other countries, like let's say if like you chopped off somebody's finger by accident, there's a dollar amount and it's not millions.
Yeah.
That's like what it. Okay, you get 20,000 for your pinky. Like as opposed to like if that happens in the States, like you could like sue and possibly win millions of dollars for like a pinky, right? Mm-hmm. So then you hear like you hear about things like the fact that like people don't want to get into the practice of like delivering babies because it's so high risk. So like all of a sudden we're gonna have like no doctors delivering babies anymore because the odds of something happening are higher than other forms of being a doctor because of the fact that people are afraid of getting sued. It's this crazy thing where like everybody's trying to like protect themselves, but they're trying to like also get their profit and like save and do all this stuff. So like it's crazy. It's just crazy. And we got Rick Brown saying we need to go to single payer insurance. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either, but I would also look that up.
I was gonna say I'm gonna be honest, and I'm instead of me being like that's a great, I'm gonna look that up, single payer insurance, but because I know of somebody and their loved one is went to school and is like a doctor in the UK, so like everything is just so different over there, and like they're not making like super tons of money, but like they're also not getting sued up the butt. So it's like an ebb and flow sort of thing. I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass.
Single payer healthcare is a type of universal healthcare in which the costs of essential healthcare for all residents are covered by a single public system.
Okay.
Which makes more sense to me. It says single payer systems may contract for healthcare services from private organizations, as is the case in Canada. So I feel like America, as much as America likes to be independent, America can't do shit. Like America, literally look at the DMV, look at the mail, look at the government, look at how like the checks for the freaking, what was the things we were waiting for? The whatever the things, the checks from the government, what were they called again? I forgot. What was it?
Stimulus.
Thank you, my sweet. Look, see, my baby's smart as hell. Yes, look how they did this. They rolled out stimulus checks. Like America can't do shit for shit. America, what they need to do, since it's a business and all, we really do need to have other people run this, because we're literally rickety duct tape and all. How America is flowing right now is literally just, I don't know. The healthcare website drops. Like the healthcare website goes black or something. It took forever for the healthcare thing to work, and fucking voting. Like even voting was a whole issue. It took us weeks to calculate the voting. And look, America needs to like outsource all of its services, especially to run our government. The healthcare needs to be serviced out. We need to just have another private company do that. Hey, what's up? This person looks familiar, but then not familiar. I'm not sure. Safari. You have to remind me where I know you from. But what is up, Safari? Safari T Nobles? I'm trying to think of who that is. Because your name is not familiar. I know something that also kind of seems like it would be that name, but I don't think that's the person. And what's up, Victoria? I saw that Victoria was here earlier, too. But I'm not sure. Your name and your face in this thing does not look familiar at all.
I believe it might be a real life person.
I know, but the person says where they know us from, but I'm just like, but what was your name at the place? Like, because your name is not the name that I know you from. And your picture looks different, so I'm not sure who this is. So please tell me who this is. In the best way possible, please. Giving little hearts. We're literally over here talking about like health insurance.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's like the least gay thing we could talk about. But no, really, no, actually not. It's universal. America needs to outsource everything to other things, other countries and people, because we literally can't run shit ourselves. Like it's nuts. As I'm trying to figure out who this is, like who. I don't know your name, and I can't even click on it. That's what annoys me too. I can't even click on it. You know how you do that with YouTube
in the thingy thing, yeah.
Or maybe I just go on YouTube.
Like,
I don't know. But thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Literally, like for real. I'm excited. But I'm just like,
and Wes. We have mutuals.
Explain. I'm trying to think.
Look at this. I was gonna say, look at that. It's like,
I think
not only is there a link with you, there's a link with me.
I think the Danielle B you're talking about is someone that was above our grade, which I think I know who that was.
No. Daniel.
Oh.
Yeah. Danielle B.
It's because you
graduated
froze
early with me. She graduated a year early with me.
Now.
If it's this. Yeah. I was going to say she graduated in 2007.
But I don't know her. I don't know her. I mean, I probably know her. That's the thing. I probably know her.
Yeah, you do. She was my friend. She was my friend. Her brother was in the chorus with me.
There we go. That's exactly who I was thinking of. Okay. I know who this is. This is. Okay, yes. She's awesome. You know what's so funny? I talked to him too. We're supposed to talk about like meeting up and doing a stream together. Her brother.
Yeah.
James. I was supposed to talk. See, I know exactly what we're talking about. Okay. Okay. I'm back in the mix.
I was gonna say, how'd you get out of the mix?
Because it's like literally, I hadn't seen, heard, thought of. Not because I don't care. It's just because there are people that have been popping up that I'm like, oh yeah, like what's up? Like what's going on? Like how are you doing? But Wes, I feel like Wes. When I think of the name Wes, I think of track and field. Were you in track and field? Because there are people that I'm like trying to place from our place of education. Like I'm trying to say it the best way possible. Like Wes reminds me of. Okay. Now, were you like really tall? I'm trying to think if if you're the person I'm thinking of, were you really tall and you did track and field? I'm trying to think because you were awesome. Like you were really talented. I don't know what happened. If it was
And
the
if you're
same...
not really tall, you obviously were not.
Oh no! I'm trying to think because there was a guy in track and field, and I'm assuming his name was Wes. But I could never. Oh my god! Wait, unless you're lying to me, unless you're literally lying right now to make this a whole thing. But if you truly are, let me just say, because I have no shame, I would feel like I would always want to talk to you or talk to other guys that were on the track and field team. But you guys were like in a whole league of your own. Like y'all were doing laps, not to be around the women's track team, because women's track team, they were killing it too. Like we were killing it. Not me, but other chicks on the track team back when I was on the track team, what, 2006 or something? I don't know, 6 and 7. They were killing it, and the guys track and field, y'all was killing it. Like y'all were just, but I hated how we could never really talk to each other, and I probably wasn't talking to anybody because no one, like, who gave a fuck about the new girl? Like, even though I was only there for like, a short time. Yes, and the Corys were huge. Yes, the Corys were definitely really big. Like the guys, y'all, see, I'm saying it, but like Neptune Track, like really excellent people. No, Rick, let's not go there. It wasn't so much a crush situation. It was more like an admiration situation because there were it was so much excellent talent on the team, but we could never like really talk to each other. And the only time I really saw the guys' track team was when we were practicing or they were practicing, but we weren't like, the coaches would have us on one side and then, the guys, they would just be on another side. But shout out to you, Wes, because you was killing it. Like, you was literally out here, like, running. As far as I remember, I don't remember your events right now, but if you were running, I don't know if you were long distance or if you were long jump or were you hurdles. I just feel like you were really tall. And I looked up to you literally because I was like, wow, you were a tall man. Like at that time, and I'm still short. So, shout out to you. Let's link up. Like, let's literally talk. Cause I don't know what's going on with anybody anymore, especially with sports. Also, cause high key, the Olympics. I'm so excited for the Olympics. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you, Ricky. Look at you, Ricky. Oh no! See? Oh, 100 and 200, and then you got injured. Oh my god! See, I remember that. I'm sorry. Because the 100 and 200, the 200 is as far as I would go, and then the 4x100, I can do that. 4x200, I would try, and that's it. I wasn't doing nothing else. No, I tried the long jump. And they had me doing the pole vaulting shit. I was like, why? You expect my little ass to pole vault, run with a stick, shove that shit in the ground, and leap like a caterpillar over a bar. Like, they had me doing the weirdest stuff. I tried it. They're like, not pole, I'm sorry, not this part. It was you would have to, what is it called? High jump?
The joust?
Not the joust.
High jump?
No, I had it all wrong. I really said the wrong sport. The one where you have to run at a curve, and then you have to run towards and like jump side backwards onto your back.
Oh, yeah, that.
And you can't touch the stick with your back.
Yeah.
That thing. They had me doing that for a hot second. I was like, y'all know I can't be doing this.
I was gonna say that's really like I'm not a track and field teacher, but that's not where I would go with you. Yeah.
I don't know why. High jump. Thank you, Wes. Literally, they had me doing high jump for a second.
Yeah.
I was like, why? And I'm like, I'm a sprinter. I will do the 100. I will do the 200, and then you're pushing it because a bitch is tired, and I'm not doing no more. Yeah. But we had talented girls, like amazing girls, and shout out to Ajay. Like Ajay, she's killing it. Like she's going to the Olympics right now. Shoot. the Wilson sisters, Wilson family, all of them, all of them are runners. All of them, amazing. Not to be like this is not me being high key jealous. I'm literally admiring like all of them were just phenomenal. Even the one girl, she didn't even care to do this, but she was so freaking good at it. She was like, I don't want to do track anymore. I want to like do other shit. And I was like, you better go ahead, ma'am. You better do your shit. But she was still fucking good at running. Like, oh my God. Yes, they did. They did name the field after her. They did. Which was dope, because like I never met her, but like I ran with her sister. Like that's the most I can say. I used to run with her sister, and her sister was like, I mean, she's still really pretty, but like she was so pretty, like running, like literally running on the track and just being like, I'm gonna catch that bitch, like da 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 da, done. What's next? Whatever. And then she was like, I'm tired. I don't know her journey. We wasn't friends like that. I just knew that she stopped, and her sister continued, and her sister was or is like long distance. Like she can, that young woman, that girl can run forever. Like she just runs
and run
and just run and continues to.
And a half a day later, she's still running.
She's still running. I'm just like, girl, bless your heart. Like literally, I can't do any of that.
Where are you running from? Who's chasing you?
Why? Aren't you thirsty? Are you okay?
She's running to get a drink.
She's running and she looks fabulous. Like literally, I saw her on the Wheaties box. I saw her on NBC. I saw her on Facebook. Like this girl is killing it. Like admiration is at like peak 1,000. Her coaches, her trainers, whoever like helps her, whoever like, and obviously herself. Literally, she's the vessel that runs. But I can't believe we're talking about track and field right now. But just being like, wow. It really kind of inspired me to like do it again, like actually run-ish, like jog and run and get back into shape. Like, you know, either doing that or karate, like just doing stuff I used to do when I was younger. Yeah. So yeah, what an interesting talk. Like this has been so great. If you can, like my name down below, like follow me on things and follow him on things. Like follow us. This is our names. Well, but then you're barely on things. Like, are you on things?
No, I'm like barely. Yeah.
He's barely on things. But still follow Chock full of Moxie. But I am.
Do it.
I'm Joy Infinity.
Yeah. Follow her on all the things. She's amazing everywhere.
Yeah, definitely just follow. But like, yeah, if you have any questions or like topics or things, I mean, let's go. We do this. We do this every other week, bi-weekly, the first and the third.
We're on the odd weeks, so the first Tuesday and the third Tuesday.
So follow the page, please follow Nightcap. How you found him, definitely follow those things. That's where we be at. This is where we be at, and we just we go on, always live. Always live, and we do it from 10 p.m. to now, like 10 p.m. to basically almost 12 o'clock.
I was gonna say, typically we derail.
Yeah, and I love that because it's just it brings more space to things that you wouldn't think we would have conversation about, but hey, like we can talk about anything. Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! Look at it!
I was gonna say that's typically when you know that it's getting to the end of it. It's like I'm just like I have work. Like I'm always that I'm that bitch. It's just like
no, but it's okay because like literally yesterday as I was playing Dot Hack on my PS3, like streaming live, like just literally just.
You're nodding out, yeah. I
nodded out like twice. I felt so bad. I was like, oh.
Did anybody call you out on it?
No. I don't know if anybody was watching, but literally, I mean, I'm sure people were watching the gameplay, but not me.
Yeah.
I think. But I was just like, okay, guys, I do have to go to bed. And then I feel like when I get really sleepy, I get drunk sleepy.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, guys, just rambling and, whatever. I'm just doing what I gotta do. And all right, good night. Like, that's what it was last night.
Joy does have a Twitch. She is Joy Infinity on all of the things.
Yeah, literally Joy Infinity, everything. Joy Infinity and all the things. Like, it's Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. I don't post
her coffee up thing.
Coffee. Yes, thank you so much for bringing up coffee.
Her coffee, her Patreon.
Yep, Patreon. Yup. All the things. Everything that has a platform.
I was gonna say, and as soon as there's a new platform, boom, she's registered it. Yeah.
On it.
Actually, so I'm gonna start registering stuff for you. I'm gonna squat on your name.
Can you? I feel like someone's still squatting on my website.
Ever to get PlayStation?
Huh? Well,
didn't somebody like squat on the PlayStation forever?
No, someone's squatting on the website. Someone still has joyinfinity.com, and I'm not seething mad about it anymore, but I'm just like, someone clearly knows me to do that because they did it in 2018 or some foolishness.
That's so shitty.
I know. That's why I'm like, whoever did it is such an asshole. Like, literally, you're an asshole for like squatting on my name and then doing nothing with the page. Yeah. Like, nothing. You're just sitting on it. And that thing is like, you have to pay. I don't know how much I would have to pay now, but I ain't paying. Screw that. I'm gonna see if it's, how is it? It's parked free. There's nothing. No one's doing it. And I did trademark the name. I tried trademarking the name, and they were like, no, because it's too close to the Infinity car brand. I'm like, y'all freaking stupid. Isn't it stupid? It's so annoying. It's so stupid.
Nobody is going to think that a Joy Infinity is a car unless they trademark something called the Joy Infinity for, like, I could see them trademarking that for like a Christmas promotion.
Yeah.
Come on and get your Joy Infinity today.
And if you try, they're like, I have to pay like $120 to get that website. But that's just the broker service fee. That's not even like the full-on negotiation of whoever owns this. And I can't tell who owns it, but it's so stupid. I'm like,
and also that broker website is probably BS anyway. Like, it's fake. Like, that's probably like a fake page. Like, if anything, you'd be better off if like somebody made a fake page and you had contact information for that person in general. That way you could like personally be like, hey, how much would it be worth to you?
Right.
To give up that, to like put that back on the market for me.
And I would love to like just contact that person, just being like, first of all, why? Second of all, why? Third of all, could you do something with it? Like, literally, you can have it, but like,
make it a hate page. Like, all publicity is good publicity.
That is true. But then also, like, I can't even be like, oh, well, obviously, of course I'm scared, like, don't put my address. But, like, literally, if you knew my real name, ain't nothing hidden anymore. Like, you can't, people can Google you and just be like, oh, that's where they live, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's so annoying. Like, even, like I said, like, when my friend Troy came over, he Googled my name and in a matter of seconds found out where I lived, all my addresses, where I went to school, who I'm related to, just like that. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. Yeah. So I'm like, if you're going to take the name, at least design it. Yeah. Have people go to promote the shit. Like, literally promote me. Yeah. Yeah. You took it from me and you renew it every year.
I was going to say either that or just like either do something with it yourself or like make it so that way I can buy it. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, I don't know.
But then also, like, who cared to do that for me, though? Like, am I really that poppin' where someone bought? No, that's what I'm saying.
I was gonna say, unless somebody legitimately, like, bought the name, thought they could do something with it, like, for, like, another Joy, right? another Joy or somebody was like, hey, that could be a cool name. Or the Infinity people, right? Like they were thinking their 2017, 2018 Infinity. Rodney's saying, get your name trademarked. She can't.
I did. I tried. I paid the money and everything, and they rejected me. And then I appealed it. And that's it. That's all that's happened. It's just I appealed it, and they were like, we got your appeal, and we'll get back to you. And they never did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did the whole trademarking. I'm an LLC. Like, I did all that stuff last year.
Yeah, I remember that. You had, like, that was, like, a big announcement.
Yeah, so that's why I'm just like, it's so funny how someone must have not known that I was a broke-ass bitch. Because I'm like, how am I going to pay that? Like, I'm not going to pay the broker fee just to argue with somebody about my a website. And I don't even have a webpage. I literally just have a link tree.
I was gonna say, and the thing about it too is that like that's just for somebody to represent you and say, how much do you want for that?
Yeah.
How much do you want for that? In which case they'd be like, I want $5,000.
Yeah, it's just stupid. I could change it, like I could spell it that way, but then it doesn't go with any other name that I've been. I don't want to spell it wrong just for a website.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, at this point, I don't even want a website. Like, I don't even need a website.
Nobody uses websites.
Right? I'm like, you basically just follow everybody on their social media pages. If I saw people that have a website, I'm like, that's cool. Like, the only people that I know that should have a website are businesses. Like, companies, businesses, corporations have a website.
You are a business.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, I'm totally a business, and yet I don't have a website. I am a company.
You have all of the other things, so who cares? You have a whatever tree.
Yeah, I'm like, I have a link tree where people can literally see everything. Like, if you really wanted to know.
Shop. You got your merch shop there.
I have a merch shop. I have stuff. It's just I just don't have the .com. And I could make it. I can be .org,
.net,
.edu, I just haven't.
.tv.
Yeah, I can be anything else. I just, of course, .com makes, oh my god, it's .com, but .commercial. At the end of the day, it's like .commercial. So, yeah, I just let it go. But yeah, Rodney said keep contacting them because that's pretty serious. Yeah, I do. I was gonna ask actually Dominic, because he's the one that got me through that whole thing. I wanted to ask him how to proceed further because I don't know what to do after this. Like, I'm not. And I know Java-chan, shout out to her, she was actually saying something about in the Discord about that too, about the trademarking thing. But I haven't gone any further since the repeal, or the appeal. Oh my. Oh wow. Look at that face. Alright, so we gotta go, y'all. We finna go.
I'm so sorry, that was not on purpose. That's not like me acting like, oh.
No, you're
just like
sleepy.
Straight up yawn.
It's okay. But yeah, man, please, follow us on all the things. That is Chocolate Moxie right there.
I was going to say, and she's Joy Infinity on all of the things. She's amazing. She Twitches, she podcasts, she does everything. I was going to say, and if you were going to get something that wasn't a .com, I'd say get a .net. Okay. Those are pretty respectable, though.
.net. I feel like
those are like equally as respectable. Amanda Palmer has a .net. I'm like, she's amazing.
Amanda who?
Amanda Palmer. She's a musician that I've been listening to since like middle school, and like she didn't get her .com, but that was fine because she's so like I guess in my mind I'm like it's like the same instead of like
it's definitely totally freezing out now.
Pay. That or .biz. Get the free one. Get .tk. No, I'm
there
joking.
Is if I go through them, like I'm going through them right now. Like there's the joyinfinity.com, which I'm like, okay, but besides that, they do have
the real joyinfinity.com.
Right, facts. There's joyinfinity. I liked one. I just saw it and I was like, oh, okay, that was nice. Maybe I shouldn't even
Don't.
say that because what if someone tries to like fucking steal that shit too? Like, annoying. What'd you say?
I said don't say it out loud. I'll steal it.
Yeah, I was just like, never mind. There are some ones that I'm looking at, and the prices are pretty good. So I'm just like, maybe, maybe.
I was gonna say, and don't I was gonna say, when buying a.com, spend the extra like $10 for like the like protection of like your information.
Okay.
I got spam. Because I started getting spam calls about like just like random ass shit. Like I think it's like an extra like five. Yeah, the clockworkman.net.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So that was like a thing, and like I was like, really? I'm like, I don't even like. I just have a website to literally just have it for my card, like
facts.
Like facts. Legitimately, like whatever. So I don't know. It's a thing. All right. Unfortunately, I have to get going, but we have great outro music. So, Oklahoma, Oyasaminasai. Joy does have Joy Infinity for OnlyFans.
I do not.
That is the one thing I don't except for it's not a commercial. She's a regular user on that. She's a regular member.
And if I was, it wouldn't be through the Joy Infinity name. Let's be clear. It'd be something else. Like regularperson.org or something.
The real Joy Infinity.
No. No, I don't know what my username for OnlyFans. It'd just be like committed in black. I don't know. Bye. Oyasaminasai, Oklahoma.
Bye.
Feet infinity. Oh my god.
Nightcap, yeah! Pour a drink, dirty or virgin. Water, whiskey or gin. Nightcap, you don't
I was gonna say, I don't know what's on that game.
Here's Ricky and Joy.
I'm still here. It's just my fingers got tired of waving.
Yeah, me too. Me too.